Hello and welcome to my channel. In this channel, we explore statistics in architectural research. I am Dr. Louis Jas. In this video, we'll be diving into lesson 20. We'll be covering the Graeco Latin square design. The objective of this video is to help you understand when to use the Graeco Latin square design in architectural research. Let's get started. Graeco Latin square design is one of the experimental design that we use only once there is a variation, once you observe the variations among your experimental units. We always emphasize that experimental units is nothing but is whereby you apply your treatments. So once you observe the variation in your experimental units, we have to consider different experimental design. But if it's only one factor that causes the variation, remember we said you can use the randomized complete block design. If there are two factors, you observe two factors that cause the variation in your experimental units, you use the Latin square design. Now, people, they were asking me what will happen if there are two factors. If there are three factors, what will happen if there are three factors? So if there are three factors, we have to consider the application of Graeco Latin square design. Once you observe three factors of variation in your experimental units, you have to consider the Graeco Latin square design. This Graeco Latin square design is nothing but the extension of the Latin square design. We only use it once you observe three factors that cause the variation. But remember, when it comes to these variations in the experimental unit, we only consider the variations that might cause the differences in your observations. Once you observe the variation, the only variation that we have to block are the variation that might cause the differences in the observation. Fine. Now, we can do the same example that we did in our Latin square design, whereby we are saying that we have three treatments. In this example, we have three treatments: treatment A, treatment B, and treatment C. Right? Now, in these three treatments, we have to make our experimental layout. Right? This is our experimental layout. If you still remember on Latin square design, whereby we have our rows and also we have our columns. Right? We have column 1, 2, 3. We have row number 1, number 2, number 3. Now, it's still the same thing that we apply by saying that each treatment must appear once in a row and treatment must appear once in a column. So we can put treatment A, B, C. Fine. Now, in the second row, we put the same thing. Then, which one is not here? We don't have A here. We don't have, which one is not appearing here? We have B. We can do it this way just to make things easy. We don't have A, we don't have B. Then we come this one. Which one is not here? It's A, B, C, A, B, C. Then here we don't have what? A is there, we can put C here. Because we have to use the issue of each is appearing once. B is here, we cannot repeat that B. So A is not here. So what is not here is you can put A, you can put B. So we have to look on that one. We have to make sure that each treatment is appearing once in a row, appearing once in a column. Let's check here. We have A, B, C, that's appearing 1, 1. We have B, C, A, that is appearing 1. And also when you look in a row, in a column, it's also appearing once. Now, once you look at this one, you may recall that that is what we did under Latin square design. But now, in this Graeco, we apply the Greek letters. We also apply the Greek. We also apply the Greek letters, right? We have to apply the Greek letters in our. These are our blocks. We have to apply the Greek letters. So since if you look at this one, is 3 rows into 3 columns. So we need only 3 of our Greek letters. So Greek letter, first one, we can take our alpha, we take our beta, then the last one we can take the omega one. Now it's the same application in our treatment. We have to make sure that each Greek letter is appearing once in a row and once in a column. So for example, let me change the color so that you can easily see what is happening here. So we can apply the first one, alpha, we apply beta, and we apply omega, right? So it's the same thing here. We have to make sure that it appears once. We can apply our beta here, then we apply our omega here. Same thing here, we put our omega, we put our alpha, then we put our alpha here, then we put our beta there. It's the same thing. You can also see that the only difference that we have here is application of the Greek letters. That is from the Greco-Latin square design. Now, when you look at this design, you can notice that this design is the extension of the Latin square design, as I indicated before. The only differences here is you want to start your experiment. You go to the field. Now, on the field, you notice the variation of the factors that might cause the differences in your experiment, in your observations. So you have to apply the Greco-Latin square design, because when you observe, for example, you collect the data here in this block or in this plot. When you collect the data in this plot, you have to know that the observations that you are observing in this plot is because of the treatment that you put in this plot, not because of there are some factors that they cause variation. That's why now it's very important to make sure that you block. You block once if you see only one factor, which is a randomized complete block design. You block twice if you see only 2 factors, but you block 3 times. Here we block 3 times here. If you see there is 3 factors that may cause the differences in your observation, you have to block using this blocking. So here we block with the row, we block with the column, and also we block with the Greek letters. These are our blockings in each of the row and also in each of the column. That is the Greco-Latin square design. This design is very rare in the field of agricultural research. Agricultural research, we go there and then we look at the observations. We look at the experimental units. It's rare for us in agriculture to even see 2 factors, because you have to make sure that the factors that you see there, those are the only factors that might cause the variation in the observations. If the factors cannot cause any variation in the observation, don't consider those factors. I want to repeat this one. The only factors that we consider are the factors that might cause variation on the observations. If they are not causing any variation, don't consider them. Don't block with those factors. In our Greco-Latin square design, we are doing the same thing. We have the model, right? We have our model. In Greco-Latin square design, our model is not far from the Latin square design. The only difference here, as I indicated, is the number of variations, because here is whereby you observe 3 variations. So when we write our model, yi, j, k, we can write maybe q, for example. Now here we have our mu plus the column effect plus the row effect plus the treatment effect plus the Greek letter effect So we can take, maybe we take B there. We know that this is our Greek letter plus error, EIJKQ. Fine. Now in this we are saying that our YIJKQ is our observations, right? Is our observations. So it will depend what were you observing in your experiment. Maybe you are looking for the effect of fertilizer on the growth performance of the plant, or you are looking at the effect of feed on the growth performance of an animal. So this is your observations. Then we have mu. We are saying that is our overall mean, right? We are saying that is our overall mean. Then we have we have CI, which is the effect of column. Remember, we were blocking using the columns and rows. We have RJ, which is the effect of row. And then we also have the TK, which is the effect of our treatment. That is the main effect of treatment. That's what we want to know. Then we also logged using the Greek letters. We have BQ, which is the effect of Greek letters. Effect of Greek letters. Then we have our error. You may notice that all these experimental designs, when it comes to models, we have the error, because this is just the experiment. In the experiment, we are always estimating, so there is room for error. We call this one as a residual error. So this is our model. In our model, we have YIJKQ plus mu plus effect of the column, effect of the row, treatment effect, the effect of the Greek letter, and we also have the residual error. This is our model when it comes to Graeco Latin square design. To recap, we have covered the Graeco Latin square design. This Latin square design is only applicable when we observe three factors that might cause variation in your experimental.
Do you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a question, and maybe you want a clarity on a certain topic? Leave a comment below. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.